Okay, let's make sure that this is on correctly for everyone. Let me just make sure. Hi, everybody. I am so sorry, you guys, about that. My deepest and most sincere apologies for not coming on the right moment here for everyone. Seems that I've double booked myself there for a second. Hello, hello, hello. Please come in. Hello, Megan. Welcome, beautiful soul. All right, let's just make sure everybody is on here. I'm just going to make this into a wider screen. I know, right? I feel like I'm going to have to just keep it at 10 from now on. Hello, Megan. Welcome, beautiful one. Hello, hello, hello. Sending you so much love. Okay, we'll just wait for a minute while everyone gets on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys are coming in, I would love for everyone to introduce themselves, say where you're from, as I did earlier. I do apologize, you guys. Say where you're from and what it is that you are truly grateful for today. I know gratitude can seem a little bit hard, especially if we are dealing with a lot of different things at this moment when it comes to things like the fire that's happening all over Canada, as well as in the United States. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear that there was rain last night for you guys. Good morning, Jenna. Welcome. And I'm so happy to hear that, Megan. Thank you for giving me that beautiful update. I'm just really happy to hear that there was rain. And where you are in your space right now, I want to talk a little bit about the survival mode that is being created within us. Be it that we are in a space of relationships or we are in a space of surviving within the areas of our spaces of where we live, of our circumstances, wherever it is. I want to express my deepest condolence to all of you who are experiencing this right now, because one of the things that I talk a lot about is how we can navigate through this. E-Town, hey, yes, beautiful sister in Edmonton. That's beautiful. Huge gratitude for my morning cuddles with my cute pie pullen. Oh, that's adorable. I apologize if I said that wrong. So I wanted to come in to talk about survival modes and why they get brought up into our space, because it's a trigger that occurs anytime any inner circumstances happen. And these circumstances actually can occur when we are, I'll go into a relationship for a second here, because I feel like this is something that comes into play quite often. Um, I do notice that I'm freezing quite a bit here, you guys, so I do apologize. But one of the things that I want to talk about is that when it comes to our sacred space of self, we want to recognize when we're going into survival mode. We want to recognize the deep, deep, profound awareness that we are creating within ourselves. Hold on one second, guys. I'm just going to switch. Okay. So I'm hoping that that's a little bit better, because it was freezing up on me there for a second. So in survival mode, we have, again, triggers that occur, or maybe circumstances, whatever it is that's happening. We want to recognize how we're responding to ourselves, how we're responding to others, how we are, coming into space, because we can feel frantic. We can feel like we're not doing enough. We're constantly engaging in these spaces. And it can be very overwhelming. And so this is where survival mode thrives in, and we want to try and come back to self. So here are some things that I have learned what to do for myself, with my clients, with people who surround me when we get into survival mode. first and foremost, recognizing that survival mode is a tactic that happens when our body is dysregulated. Our body is trying to protect us from getting into a space of uncomfortability and disproportions of what we want to do. So it's about recognizing that. So just really doing a body scan on yourself, asking yourself, okay, I'm feeling frantic, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling, just acknowledging those things and recognizing that within yourself. Welcome, Pamela. And coming into this space. Number 2 is stepping away from the circumstances that are creating this. So if it's a partner who might not see eye to eye with you, just saying, I need a minute. I'm not in the right space for me to respond, to hold this container. I need to step back. Or whatever circumstances are, if you can. If you cannot, I want you to be honest and say, I cannot respond to this at this time. You are asking me this question way too much at this moment, and I'm feeling dysregulated. I'm feeling like I'm going into survival mode. I am doing absolutely well. Thank you, Pamela. It's really great to see you. And I want to bring in this awareness to that. So please recognize whenever you guys are going into survival mode, because I know there's so many things that are coming up that are creating fear, disproportion, dysregulation in ourselves, unawareness of where we want to be. And I want you to remember that number 1, your spiritual gifts will help you in coming back into self and how to navigate inside of your body. You are an internal GPS. You have the power inside of you to get out of survival mode in an instant. Yes, you can. It's very possible. If you are saying, no, I can't, I assure you, in very much, yes, you can. Why? Because you are an enlightened being who is brought here to rise above all of this shit, all of this human shit that keeps getting in your way. And you can surpass all of that. So I just wanted to bring that forth for you guys. I also wanted to say thank you, everyone, for coming in here. I'm so deeply excited to have you guys on. So how this works, as everyone knows, when you're coming in, we are going to talk about card readings. We're going to come into the cards, and really you get to ask a question. So Spirit wants me to be very direct with everyone. So he does not, and this is my ancestor. My ancestor is asking everyone to really be very direct with yourself. I want you guys to try and not pull into general card reads. And the reason being is because when we are allowing general reads to come through, we are not being open and honest within ourselves. And so this direct message is about really honing into your heart space. So when you come into your heart space, it's like opening your own Akashic by yourself. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Why? Because I truly believe everyone has the capability and the authenticity inside of themselves to open this field without the assistance of anyone else. This has been something that's been passed on from many generations upon generations to all of us. So I want you to take your right hand onto your heart, and I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to really think about what it is in your life that you are looking for more direction, more clarity within self. Not an answer, just more clarity within self. And I believe, Pam, you were first as well. And then Megan, I will definitely do yours after. So Pam, I do want us to kind of just come in and really set a tone into what we're looking for. So you know what? It's not that I'm skipping you. I just want to take this on with Megan here first. And I want you to really dive deep, Pam, into your heart space. I want you to really ask yourself, what direction, what area, what clarity are you truly looking for? And take your time, you guys. This is about tuning into self. I'm going to show you guys this because I truly believe everyone can. Okay, so I'm going to do Megan's first here for a sec. Megan, I'm looking for more guidance for financial prosperity. I have to tell you, your guides giggled at me. Okay, let's see. Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and King of Pentacles. Okay, so you've got some pretty stellar stuff here happening. So when the Nine of Swords comes to me, sometimes it's our worry. It sometimes can be our disbelief within ourselves that maybe this is, yeah, they do laugh a lot. I know that. It's our disbelief within ourselves sometimes when we're not actually engaging in that area and trusting whatever we planted is going to come through. So when I see the Seven of Pentacles, I see you planting the seed, whatever that seed is, and to really allow it to flourish. So think of things when you're putting into fruition, especially about finances. And this goes for everyone too. If this resonates with you, let me know. If it does not, that's okay as well. But let this sit with you. Think of your finances like a growing plant, right? So I look at my finances like my ZZ guy. So this is ZZ. He is my abundance plant. When I look at that, I talk to my finances like as if it was a best friend. And I emerge this idea into creation, into fruition. And so it's about wanting to work with your finances, not in a way that it's about prosperity, but it's what's the greatest outcome that's going to come with it? How this is going to make you feel, where you're going towards, knowing that this abundance is going to release some freedom. That's what I keep hearing, freedom, freedom, freedom for you. But when you plant this exact thing that is going to happen for you, it's going to emerge in its own way. And that is going to support you in really standing in your finances right now. Right now, you're in the position of there's a lot of cups in front of you. There's a lot of possibilities that you can play with. But Spirit is also saying, tune in to self. You know. There's a male in here and he's like, you know, Megan, I know you know. Okay, this, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. They're making me laugh. You know what you need to do. You are aware of where you want to be in this very moment right now to bring these finances to fruition. And this is the right step because no step is wrong for you. Every step is a learning curve. Every step has its own movements, and it is about planting those steps into place. Hey, maybe this step worked. Maybe that step worked. You're already in the engagement of movement, right? You're planting the seeds already. You're constantly planting. As you're planting these seeds, you're also bringing the awareness of what it does and how it will benefit the value of those around you. Because whatever you're planting has value. Everything has value, just like you. So I want you to ask yourself this. What am I planting what is valued so that I can emerge further into these finances and move forward? Because once you trust and know and feel and are aware, and Spirit keeps telling me, just freaking trust your shit, woman. Trust your shit. It will bring the prosperity. and you will sit with your prosperity knowing that what you planted came through. But you got to take this worry out. You got to take this disillusion within yourself and your mental mind to release, really release. And I'm talking about deeper practices, deeper, deeper, deeper. It's almost like, when you go into a forest or trees or mountains, it's almost like immersing yourself into the grass, bare. You got to keep trusting that it will come and it is on its way and that it's actually there for you. But as you're planting the seed, whatever it is, whatever you're planting, it's getting there. And you just got to watch it grow like a beautiful plant. You got to nurture it too, which I think you already know that. You already know that you need to nurture, right? So I hope that's been in resonance with you, Megan. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna give me 1 second here, you guys. Okay. All right, let's be clear. Okay, so the next one is you're welcome, sister. I would love to have some guidance regarding my journey for this fall. It is a season of receiving and going within, or is it time to hold space for others and serve the community? To be clear, season of grief still holds within my heart. The loss of my father has made me feel extremely conflicted with my being. I am sending you so much love, divine sister. And let us continue. And I want you to just breathe into your heart space with your heart with me. Okay. There's always a clarity of wanting to serve people, especially when we're in our grief. And this can happen many times, especially when we are grieving over a loss. And what I'm also being told here is to be able to hold the sacred space of others, we need to be able to go through this grief ourselves. It's almost like as you're holding space for you, you're also allowing yourself to feel that very eminence of how to support other people in this area. And in this space, sorry, just give me 1 second. So Pam, I did ask that we try to keep off of general readings and to ask your questions with full intent into heart. So I didn't see your message and I was waiting for that. So if you can do that, that would be great. And I'll take yours next. Okay. So I do apologize. Let me just get back to you here, Jenna. Okay. So as we're coming into this space, I really want to emphasize that the emotional cup needs to be taken care of. And so your question was do you serve others first? Spirit said no, because you're only going to do a disservice to them and yourself if you're still having moments of grief. And it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's almost like, when we get given the options of life, right? Like, do we grieve and do we do this? I'm going to use this as an example. So when I was in Mexico for 3 months, I used that time to truly, truly grieve my mother. She passed in 2021 from cancer. And I never showed anyone how I felt about that, because to me, it was a sacred moment. My mother was my best friend, my confidant, my spiritual guide, my teacher. She was very connected to life, and she was very connected to everything. So when we're going through this process, it's almost like we're doing ourselves a disservice. You can numb things with alcohol, with medications, with all these things, but at the end of the day, it's going to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. So Spirit really wants us to come into clarity, into self, and to heal these areas, and to allow the emotions to come through and not to stop it, not to disengage from it, not to disalign from who we are, and to really get to the straight to the point. If we are here to service others, we are here to really move into the moments of ourself. And so it is about really coming in, and maybe whatever this energy of this grief is, it's going to allow you to serve better. But you want to come and bring this into play first. And you are asking a moment in time to really honor them. Grief doesn't go away, but it becomes much more easier as you move through it. But you have to move through it first and with it. So the reason I'm sharing my own story with it is because I feel this very sacredness that you were very close to him, and you were very, very much in connection with him. And this is something that we have to give space for. I didn't start serving people until about 8 to 9 months. I would do casual readings. Don't get me wrong. There can be ways to that it's not bringing so much. But you have to know your inner strength inside of yourself, and to really find out where you want to emerge with. And I'm also hearing with your father that he wants you to take care of yourself first, and to really honor that. There are cases and things that you could possibly do, whatever it is that can allow you to get into that space. But if you haven't, and it's funny because they're telling me if you haven't anchored your grief in a way that allows you to grow, then you're going to come into disproportions of yourselves, no matter what situation you're going into, no matter what events, teachings, things like that come in. It will always be in that space. Sorry, I see somebody. Oh, it's you. Okay, hold on. I lost such huge. Oh, my sister, I'm so sorry to hear that you lost him in January. Oh, he was your best friend. Okay. Yeah. And I think you understand, right? Like, in a space of someone who knew exactly what you were and how they approached it, it's like on a physical level losing that best friend. And so I want you to really just look at the execution of this anchor of, like, it's not execution, but like, I want you to take this moment and really, like, if you journal, if you record recordings, like, one of the things that I've done is I recorded my voice as I was grieving, and anything that came through, how I felt, what I missed, and then how I loved them unconditionally really helped me. I would go on to beaches, and we don't have that here, obviously, but I would go by myself. My partner would be sleeping in our condo, and I would leave every morning. I would do this every morning, and I would leave every morning. I would show up on social media, but I would take the time for me to really hone in and allow myself to anchor that grief inside of me. So I'm just, excuse me, whoops, burp time. It's really just coming into that, because when I see the ace of swords, it's that mental clarity within ourselves when we anchor this grief in and we go, okay, now I see the like emotional things that I'm, you know, seeing. And whatever comes through, you just got to let it come through. So just allowing yourself to do that, right? Just give me 1 second, guys. I've got somebody at the door here. Sorry, guys. So I just wanted to give you that connection, and hopefully that has helped you to understand within yourself there as well, too, beautiful soul. And again, my condolences to you. And a loss of a parent is definitely difficult, especially if you guys hold such a sacred bond together. And it is definitely one of the hardest, for sure. One of the hardest, for sure. Um, all right. Thank you. Thank you. It's grateful for your time and energy as well too this morning. Yes. All right. Okay. Pam. All right. So I'm just gonna. All right. You have your daughter in labor, and your situation at home is not better. Okay. I know that you have your own space as well. Okay. So let's just take a look at what they are asking us up here to bring in a little bit more. Okay, so wherever this is going to take you, Pam, it's just going to take you where it's going to take you on this one, because you've brought in two things as well, though, too. So I'm just going to go with the first thing. Like, I'm getting pulled into your home stuff. So I'm getting pulled into all the things that are happening with you at this very moment. It's like there's all these like options and things to do and things to kind of accumulate on, but there's this amount of chaos and almost like an illusion that's being created, right? So it's about really being very clear about what you desire, being very clear about where you want to be in yourself, and how do you want to have and live in your own life. When we're seeing the 7 of Cups being an optional for us, as we're standing within ourselves, we're like taking a look at all the things, but there's a couple items that show illusion, loss of power, chaos, a venomous instinct of somebody or something that is taking us away from our heart, that is taking us away from where we want to be. We want to be able to rebirth that. There's almost a disconnection of oneself when our home is disconnected. So I really want you to look at your house. Like, what's the purpose of this home? What's the purpose of this space? Is the purpose of this space to give into your internal abundance? Abundance has a lot of different parts of the word. I know a lot of people utilize it for when they come in to seeing things as for example, like just money and finances and this, but it's more than that. It's much more than that. It's really coming into the other things. Like, I know for a fact that you've worked a lot on your house and that you put so much energy into this, but where is the disconnection for you? What is it about yourself that you are feeling that disconnection with your home? Is it being created from the actions that have come through, and how blatantly honest are you with yourself about this? Because there's almost like a rebirth that's happening. There's a death part in your home that is occurring right now that needs to happen, and it's about either cutting ties or doing whatever it is that needs to be done. We need to come into that terms with ourselves. So where are you not being honest? within you about what's happening at home? Where are you not engaging within yourself to allow yourself to be in that space? Because your home should feel sacred. Your home should feel like it means a ton to you. But if you're not feeling any better now, then what is it about self that we're disconnected with? Because your home is a reflection of who you are. A home is an absolute reflection of who you are. The energy of that home has so much of who you want to be, who you desire to become, what it is that you truly go into, right? So, where are you disconnected within self? Where are you just putzing along, doing the things, working, doing like just whatever, I'll take care of it, like whatever, I'll do this. That's the energy that I'm getting. I'm getting the energy of movement. And when I get this energy of movement, I'm getting like a disconnected moment within self. And so it's almost like you're being asked to really pay attention. Paying attention to self means really being honest. What is it about self that we really are here to do? We can come into these readings as many times as we fucking want, but at the end of the day, whatever resonates or what doesn't is up to you. However, what are the action steps are you taking for yourself that is allowing you, and I'm saying allowing because it's almost like there's almost like this base of permission that needs to be given, and it's not from me, it's from self, right? Like it's from self. What are you allowing yourself to really feel into? Are you allowing the space to be the home that you desire, or are you speaking of it like, I don't like this house, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I need to move, blah 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 blah, and then chaos occurs. And I say this because we are manifestors, all of us. We literally generate the manifestations of our words. It may be 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months from now. It may be a year, maybe 2 years or 3 years from before. But we manifested this shit. So it's about being honest with that and coming in to the direction of being able to rebirth this into something else. And when we do, when we pivot to that point, we're allowing ourselves to accumulate all of the wisdom, the wealth, the understanding, and everything of who we are. So allow yourself to really gauge into this. And if that feels harsh or whatever it is, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is part of spirit. Part of spirit is not just to be having rainbows and unicorns and love. And spirit sometimes comes in strong. And the reason they come in strong is because we're not listening to ourselves. We're not listening to the internal guidance of ourselves. We're bypassing. And it's almost like we need to be brought back to who we are. And so that's what's coming in for you in your home. And that's what gets getting into there. In regards to your daughter in labor, are we asking if she is going to be okay? Because there's almost like a two word question there that comes in with this. And you know, that can go into such different formats of its own in itself. You know, it's spirit keeps saying, have faith. Just continue to have faith. Continue to trust that if she's in labor, trust that everything will be okay. And then if things don't come into that space at all, you know, there's almost like a thing. I mean, labor is so, it's unpredictable because there's some guidance that is needed, but we have to have faith in spirit. And I don't know if you pray or you chantra or like you mantra and chantra. Sorry. So if you mantra or you're sending out that connection, with spirit as well. It's just really asking for guidance and to support, asking your ancestors to support her, right? You may not be connected to your ancestors. Maybe you don't know what it is. So it's just about releasing all of that as well. Okay. So I want you to come in and just connect to this, connect to her, and just talk to spirit and say, yes, I am here. I am asking for support to help support her and to really connect to that. You've got to have faith. Oh, wow, 14 hours. My mom was in labor for like 22 with me until they finally did a C-section. So, you know, you got to trust that the doctors know what they're doing. You've got to trust that she knows what she's doing. And whenever it gets to that point, if the baby's heartbeat is okay, if they're monitoring her and everything, it's just about allowing the body to actually get accustomed to the labor. So just trust that she will be okay. All right. Okay, guys. I think that is it for now. Everybody, I think I have received deep connections too. So I am going to talk a little bit about two things here really quick. Our membership has pre-launched here for you guys. So we start September 22nd, right after I return. And really it's here to help you guys emerge. So the membership is 57 USD per month, or you can do the annual or semi as well. I will send in the link here for you to really connect this as well, and also allow ourselves to kind of just come into this space here. Apologize for that. So I will send this in here for you guys. So the membership starts on the 22nd of September, and what we're doing with this is we're really bringing in more clarity, more awareness for meditations that are live onto our Zoom call. And it's really to help you bring forth more clarity and deep, deep, deep connection to spirit. We're really about the connection to spirit right now. So I hope you guys are able to make it in there, even if it's just for 1 month. There's no big commitment that needs to happen. If you choose to come in and you say, I'm done, that is totally okay. We can cancel that out after. If you have any questions at all regarding it, please give me a message. You do need to register yourself into the link that I'm going to provide here in 1 second as well. Just give me 1 second. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, and let me just make sure that we are on the right section here. I should have probably made this easier for myself. All right, let me just see. Okay, here we go. I apologize, you guys. It seems like my system is just doing some crazy stuff on me today. Okay, that's the podcast. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Okay. And there we go. Oops. That's not it. Oh my goodness. I'm still trying to understand this system thing. It's just one of those things where I'm just like, that's not the right one. Okay, here we go. Okay, guys, so there it is for you. I hope that you guys are able to just take a look at it and see. And if you have any questions, any other things that you guys want to bring forth, I'm also going to add my link to our one-to-one as well. If you guys are looking to just get a better, clear understanding of your own readings and you want to expand it a bit more, you want to learn a little bit more, you're just like, I'm ready to just expand this, I am more than happy to get that into here with you guys as well. So I will provide this one here. There we go. And then that's also the tarot reading as well, though, too, for you guys. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I am sending you guys so much freaking love, compassion, connection. I can't wait for all of us to be in this sacred space of growth. I'm so excited for this membership to start. Do not forget that tomorrow we have our beautiful Priscilla Campos at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and that she is coming on with me to talk about the return to Aztlan, our Mexico retreat, which is happening in February, 6 months from now. And we are so excited to be in this space here with you. Have a good one, guys. Take care.